Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schutze. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you my recipe and procedure for making one of my favorite Cajun dishes, Crawfish Étouffée. What is étouffée? Étouffée is simply a spicy, thick stew that's typically served over rice. Many times people have asked me in the past what the difference between Cajun and Creole cooking is. Cajun cooking is pretty much a combination of French and Southern cooking, robust and spicy stews, and a country style cooking. And they also heavy emphasis on roux and also using animal fat, and most of the times it's pork. Creole cooking puts its more emphasis on butter and cream. Some people will say that the Creole cooking uses more tomatoes and Cajun uses a little more spice. Perhaps. But one thing's for sure is that both cuisines use an awful lot of gumbo filet, as well as what's referred to as the Holy Trinity in cooking. For those of you that don't know, Trinity is the Creole / Cajun version of the French mirepoix. Onion, carrot, celery. The Holy Trinity is onion, celery, and green peppers. Before we begin, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude and thanks to all of the subscribers. Those of you just joining for the first time, welcome. And if you've joined before and have not done so, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be up to date with all of our weekly posts. Let's get cooking. To begin, I preheat my cast iron over medium-high heat and melt my butter. Now that the butter is melted, let's go ahead and add our add our flour. We are now making our roux. And the secret to excellent Cajun cooking is definitely the roux. You have to cook it and get it a dark roux. The same with your gumbo. The best gumbos and étouffées are definitely made when you properly do the roux. So now we got everything incorporated. We're just gonna allow this to cook. Don't stir it too often. You want it to develop the color. Well, here you go. We got our roux starting to develop lots of nice color on it. And it's very aromatic, very nutty smelling. So once your desired tone or color of the roux has been achieved, and then I would like to add the beginning of my trinity. So we'll add our onions, celery, and the green peppers. Go ahead and stir these a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes. Well, now that the trinity is cooking up, let's go ahead and add garlic and bay leaf. Now I will add my tomatoes. I will go ahead and add my homemade Cajun seasoning. Let's give this a stir. Allow this to cook for about 4 minutes. Well, now that that has cooked, let's go ahead and add our seafood stock. Feel free to use chicken stock if you like, but because I'm doing crawfish, it makes no sense to me to, waste a good chicken stock if you have, seafood stock or fish stock available. Also, clam juice is a great item to put in here in place of a stock, and that happens to be what I'm using right now. Gently and very carefully start to stir and incorporate the roux into your stock. As a chef, I'm sure I speak for all of us, we've all been burned before, but I think that we can all agree that nothing quite hurts as much as being burnt with a roux. That's gotta be the absolute worst. Well, here we are after cooking for about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. And now let's go ahead and add our crawfish. Well, there you have my crawfish étouffée. Now, please note, in the video, I made it a little soupier than I normally would, and that's only because I'm not a big fan of crawfish. Crawfish and lobster are two items I really don't care for the taste of. I just think that they taste a little dirty, you know, being bottom feeder. The recipe that I will post below will be reflective of a thicker and heartier étouffée. So please keep that in mind. To serve it, I serve it with steamed rice. White or brown rice is fine. You don't like crawfish? Do it with shrimp. Do it with chicken, andouille sausage. Pretty much do it with anything that you like. You will find when I do the gumbo demonstration, it's gonna look the same as this when we are making the roux. And again, it's critical to get that dark roux. Well, thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and give it a shot. See what you think. And I think you'll be very happy with it, and so will your guests. Thanks again. You enjoy it.